All right, so welcome, newcomers. This will be a foundational video for the newcomers. Obviously, there is a trading course on how we're looking at the market structure from a supply and demand type basis. So, if you want to go and check that out, which I highly recommend you do that, that is a good thing to do. Okay, so high probability setups. I do have another video on this, but I want to keep making them because the market keeps changing. So this will probably be the last one because I made some modifications to it. So high probability setup is a setup that we try to take every day in the market that has a good high success rate. The foundation of our high probability setup, if you got pencil and paper or you want to just go with the flow, is always going to be the foundation. Rule number one, the foundation is a supply or a demand that left a gap. So in this instance, we're on the M5 looking at USD, odd USD. Here we have this area right here. And what I started to do, and this is why I'm updating, is I start to put more candles inside of it because I've noticed from back testing and some of our setups from previous, let's just say we did one candle, it'll come in there a little bit and then leave us. Now we left a trade. So I put multiple candles in there. And then this trade in particular on the M15 has an M15 order block right here too. So let's keep that in mind. So what we're looking at is the fact that the foundation of this move left a strong move, right? Strong pressure. And at this point, lows have been broken, right? This is a break of structure. So let's put BOS right here. This is a break of structure. Let's make this pink. Okay. So rule number one, like I said, the foundation is a very big gap that's right here from this wick on down to I guess wherever this candle closed. So let's just say the candle closed like this, hypothetically. So there is the gap. So supply zone, gap, trading below the 200 EMA, we're not looking for buys at this point. We're looking for this whole gap right here to be filled because it's a long candle with no wicks. You see all of this? This is let's say this was a we were trying to go for this demand setup right here, which is a somewhat of a demand setup, right? This candle came up, but see this wick fit start filling in that candle. So this would be a low probability demand setup in the first place if somebody's trying to take a demand. So we're not really looking at that. And we don't take, I'm not going to really take a demand that's trading against the 200. Yeah, you do have reversals, but on a higher time frame, this is definitely on the down. All right. So supply, gap to be filled. All we're looking for is for price to come back, tap our zone, and we can literally take, maybe the 15 to 20 pip move or look at market structure and take wherever market structure is going. Lately, I've modified it so we could get higher RRs. At first, we were taking the 15 pip move. Now it just all depends. So depending on how the candle breaks, we don't know where the candle's gonna break at. Let's just say it breaks up here at the top. This right here to this low is 13 pips. Down here is 26 pips, where you see clearly price was pushing down. That's a 26 pip move from here. But again, we have to wait and see how the break of the candle goes. We can get in aggressive, but I don't usually get in aggressive anymore. I'll wait for the break of candle. So let's see what's going to happen. So right there, we short. This is the wick. This is the candle that wick, right? We're gonna wait and for we gotta wait until this candle gets broken. Sometimes you could take it the candle break from the wick, but I'm gonna take at this point the body. We're gonna put the stop loss above, and you could target either here would be See, this is not going to be a 1-to-1, so I wouldn't target there. I'll start targeting down here, and it'd be somewhere of a 1-to-2, right? So let's see if that candle breaks. So this candle went up, so we're not in the trade. Now we're in the trade off one move. You're up. You're somewhere around a 6-pip move so far. Let's see what happens after. Momentum, usually, I mean, before we keep going, usually the momentum after you have this rejection and then the break of the candle, or rejection and the break of the candle means the momentum from the order block is to the downside now. That's why we do that. So let's continue. And you're gonna see that it came down there and we're out the trade. You're out the trade. We close up the laptops. We go on about our day. Now, this was about 21 pips for a 10, somewhere in the standards between 10 to 12 pip move. It's a 1-to-8 out of 5. I mean, we could have modified it a little bit and made it a 1-to-2, or if you wanted to put it right here, it could have been 1-to-3. But honestly, it's just gonna some days it's just gonna wick up there and take you out. So I'd rather have it above the wick. This is 1.87, almost 2R trade. But what I was saying is sometimes we could get a good 3 or 4R out of these, but in this position, how this trade was set up, this was the appropriate is a 1.87 based off of market structure, based off how the candle broke and everything. This is how you're gonna do it. Now, if you would have got in up there, yeah, you would have had a better RR, but we're trying to play it safe and we're trying to do longevity purpose, So you would have had, you could have made it a 2R, whatever. Depending on how you got in, break the candle. And that is how we trade. That is the foundation of our trades every morning. We're looking for, again, we're gonna go over it. Let's take this off. So the foundation of a high probability setup is a supply that had left a gap. Put that in your notes. The foundation of a high probability setup is a setup that has a order block or supply and demand that left a gap. That is what high probability is. So we take those trades in the morning and find them. Sometimes we take the low probability setup because the low probability setups work too, or mid probability setups, but we want high probability so we can continue to get these 3 and 4% gain weeks and stuff like that or beyond. And eventually, I mean, the accounts, if your account is small, yeah, you're going to get small profits. But imagine doing this consecutively, consistently, repetitiously, and you got a big giant 6 or 7-figure account. You ain't finna be worried about the R's that you're getting, because at 1%, that could be your whole rent. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to a point where your 1% is your rent. And that might mean you have to take the prop firm route, which is cool. And just be patient and go that way. But that is the foundation of what we do in the morning from 6 o'clock a.m. to about 10 o'clock a.m. Central is me looking for these setups. If I don't see a setup, I am not forcing the setup. We just have to go and trade another day. And in the evening times, we look at GJ, UJ, EJ, something with a yen in for a setup for London. What I usually do is, and we'll go over there real quick. We don't want to make this video too long, but let's go to EJ. Let's just say this move right here. Let's say we was like, okay, I'll put a notification right here before I even cap. So, but let's do it like this. I'll be like, GJ demand. and I'll be like, wait for the break of the candle. And you should already know, if we take the break of the candle, we're coming for the previous highs. Your TP is the previous highs, right? So when it taps, we either going right there or right there. Wherever it taps from here to here, that's 50 pip move right there. That's a 75, 77 pip move right there. And what we do is we go and we put the notification in. So you go over here, click this. Where is it? Yeah, you click this and then you get that number 14370. And you go to your notifications on your trading view and you put that in and you go to sleep and wake up, have that phone next to you, and you hear that ding, ding, ding. You wake up and take the break of the candle and go back to sleep. That's all you're doing. The reason why we do this because we have people in the group that obviously trade London. So I give them a London setup and then I give a New York setup. And we would we would await it. Let's see. Comes down to the zone. It went below it. And there's the break of the candle right there. So the break of that candle's right there. And see, it's inside of the zone. I don't like these when they're inside the zone. And this is a mid probability setup because this is a foundation, didn't leave no gap, but you can still take them. And you can either go for this target right here, a 1 to 2, 3, 5, or right here to 1 to 3. And the rest is history. You'll be in drawdown a little bit because it wants to play games, and then eventually it'll start working its way up. TP1 smash, TP2 smash. Very simple. If you keep trading simple, it'll be simple for you. You'll take the setups and you'll make it. And this was actually another setup right here. Another demand right there. So you could have took that breaker candle right there. As soon as it tapped and then broke that candle, you could have been in right there. Had a nice juicy another 2.3 or 2.8 right there. So that is the foundation of how we look for the setup. If you don't, go over the course, understand the break, the structure, the change of character, and all that stuff, and understand this, and just do, back testing, journal while you back test, you'll get it. So, with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.